What's up guys, Wilson here with our latest project, which is of this brand new Porsche 992 GT3. And the color you see is shark blue. Now this is going to be one of my favorite types of projects in that we are doing a full body SatinGuard paint protection film installation. When we're done, we're going to be transforming this beautiful shark blue paint into the richest, deepest satin finish while giving it excellent paint protection. Now behind me over here is my Porsche Taycan, and it's going to be the exact type of finish that you see on there right now, and it's going to look absolutely amazing. We will also be tinting the windows with Spectra PhotoSync IRD. What this owner chose is IRD 30% for maximum heat rejection and 70% on the front windshield. We will also be coating the entire car as well. So after we're done, we're going to show you what the final result looks like. But in the meantime, check out the process. Alright guys, we are about halfway through with this project, and what I just did was apply 2 pieces of film on this door to give you a visual comparison between SatinGuard and this other popular brand. Looks kind of stealthy, right? In any case, as you can see, SatinGuard gives a much deeper satin sheen, and it's more true to color in the sense that it allows the underlying paint color to truly show through, as opposed to this brand, which tends to lighten the shade of the color by several shades. And overall, SatinGuard just looks that much better. So what we're gonna do is continue with this project, so check this out. Alright guys, another GT3 project completed, and as you can see, SatinGuard over shark blue looks absolutely amazing. Now, for those of you who know that I use SatinGuard on my own Taycan 4S in the back over there, that really speaks to how much I like this finish, and over this paint, I think it looks even better. Now let's talk about the installation itself. SatinGuard paint protection film. The film that we use exclusively here when owners want to have that kind of transformation from gloss to satin, and also giving the car excellent paint protection. All of our installations here are 100% custom, and it makes even more of an importance to do so with this type of paint protection film, because we can't have gloss showing out over edges and corners, and that becomes very crucial, especially for a hood like this, where I've mentioned before, normally if this was a pre-cut template, you would get an opening right along here, and these areas right here, there usually is a relief opening that allows paint to show through. And definitely it makes a lot of difference doing custom installation when it comes to this type of paint protection film. Now, for the edges and corners, we did that the same way, and every single panel on this car pretty much is a single piece per panel installation, so that it looks like this paint came like this with this satin finish. Now, as we move to the back over here, you get a sense of why we use SatinGuard exclusively. It has this really unique finish. Their hybrid tritone technology that gives it 3 types of looks depending on viewing angle, from matte to satin to translucent. Now, this is what SatinGuard looks like outdoors in this type of lighting condition. When it's indoors, it has this really unique translucent glow that helps to highlight all the natural curvatures on these cars. And these cars have a lot of curvatures to show off, as you can see. Now, back to the installation itself. Over here by the door, normally there will be a joining seam right about here, right next to the mirror stocks. As you can see, because this is custom installed, it's one piece without any kind of openings. And next to it, where the mirrors are, the cap is done with a single sheet, just like everything else, and that includes the stock down here as well. And as you can see, it just looks so much better that way. Now, for this owner, down on the door area, you see that he spec'd the car out with the GT3 stickers, just like he did on the hood with the Porsche decals. We filmed right over these areas so that it protects the decals, and at the same time, it gives you protection so that you don't have to worry about wiping these areas or washing it and picking the edges up while doing your normal maintenance. Now, on the rear quarter panels, what we do on the 911s, where we double up the rear fender hips, even if it was with ClearGuard Alpha, we did the same thing with SatinGuard, so that this part has double the protection. And for an area on this rear hip where it just gets blasted by road debris, that's really important to do it that way. Now, as we move our way to the back of the car, this rear spoiler also done in a way so that you don't see any seams. It's protected from the top over here all the way to the bottom side, so that you don't get any gloss showing through. Now, below that, the rear ducktail. Since this is a GT3, I have to mention a one-piece custom installation, just like we do with ClearGuard Alpha. And normally where you would have relief openings over here or joining seams, you don't have that on this piece right here, because it is a true custom installation. Now, since we're back to the side over here, let's talk about the window tint. What this owner chose is Spectra PhotoSync IRD, 30% on the sides and rears and 70% on the front windshield. And I think this is a perfect shade for this combination of SatinGuard and blue. And also, since he has the carbon fiber roof, it brings in a little bit of that dark look up top, giving it really nice contrast. This actually is my favorite shade out of the entire PhotoSync line. And as you already know, PhotoSync is the best heat rejecting window film in this industry. So not only does it give it this really nice look, it gives a purpose of heat rejection as well. So lastly, what we did on this car was coat the entire car with Modesis BCM, their matte coating for matte surfaces, and also EPC, the exterior plastic coating for all the plastic parts on this car. And that really completes this entire project, transforming it and also giving it protection as well. So guys, I want to thank you for watching another one of our videos, and until our next one, please stay tuned and I'll see you later.